Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, flag, what is that? And even. Let's go, defense, let's get up.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, alert three. Here we go, even. Let's go.
On second and 11 now. Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Ross on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Yep. Hey, Echo.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Over. Hey, orbit. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Come.
Yes.
Pull it together.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
5. Go.
He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Roll. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
61 Matchbox Lights. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 13-yard line.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
132 fighter.
Check three.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Mixon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Richard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Bengals 3.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Now!
Mike's 50.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
36.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Topper! Ready?
They'll drop the throw. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yo, go!
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. 50's the mark.
Now.
50's the mark.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Hey.
I got him.
Get it.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw quarters.
Shit. Watch twist. Check three.
Hey.
Safety creep. Check hot route.
On second down now, Richard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Hey, team 6.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the delay, here's Hunt. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 7, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's
2nd and 13. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Winston. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Black 25. I got you. Hey, He's coming.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
2nd and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 50. Plant.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Hey, Delta.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. You don't want that.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Watch the screen.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 51. Mike 51. So don't say nothing. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
It's going to be a long...
Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
This is Richard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Squeeze,
Even.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
218, chop it.
Kill.
Hey, Charlie.
51's the mic.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
They can't.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, go.
Now back to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little. Short, though, with that marker. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Out of his end zone, Winston. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.